Hello and welcome. If we haven't met before, I am Jenny Campbell. Today we're going to be doing a postnatal flow, and this is going to be a really short and sweet movement practice, which is the name of the game when we're postpartum, and postpartum is forever. So whether you have an infant or older children, hopefully all of these exercises, poses will be helpful for you. So we're going to start seated. I'm going to sit in Virasana, but choose what works best for you. And I always like to sit up on a block when I take Virasana. So getting yourself comfy, find a tall seat, and stack the head on top of the ribs, on top of the hips. Hands rest on your thighs, sit up tall, let your eyes close. And begin to tune into your breath here. Soften the shoulders away from your ears. And think about lining the back of the rib cage up with the back of the pelvis. And from there, think about the roof of the mouth reaching up towards the sky. And place one hand on the heart, one hand on the abdomen. And breathe into your palms. And allowing the warmth of your hands to soften the heart space and the belly. And the abdomen might feel a little bit different than it did pre-pregnancy. And that's okay, giving yourself a lot of grace wherever you are on this postpartum journey. And thinking about your hands gently drawing away from one another, not so much that you flare out the ribs, but just so that you find this beautiful length through the spine. All the while keeping the shoulders soft, quiet through the neck and the jaw. Place your hands onto your thighs and gently tuck your chin down towards your chest. Staying right here, everything else stays the same. Finding a stretch through the neck, through the upper back. We spend a lot of time looking down at baby, so this can be a really nice way, really simple way to stretch out the neck. It can get so tight and sore. If the eyes are still closed, gently open them. Roll your right ear over to your right shoulder, little half circles, and then back down, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder. Take this a couple times at your own pace, moving slowly. No specific breath as long as you're breathing gently. And the next time that the right ear is releasing to the right shoulder, pause here. And then bring your right hand to the top of your head. Left arm reaches out to the side, flip the palm to face up, and then lift the arm up a bit and flex through the hands, breaking at the wrist, stretch long. This can be really intense, so if at any point you find that you kind of want to stop along the way, right, if it feels better just to release the arm down, absolutely fine. And checking in with what's happening with the front body. We have a tendency to continue to open and flare out through the ribs postpartum. So finding that connection and at the same time not overdoing it, right? So we don't want to tuck so much that there's this rounding, finding this in between. As always, looking for balance. Take another deep breath in and a full breath out. Release your hands down, chin to center. And then over to the other side, left ear to left shoulder, pause here. Left hand on top of the head, always welcome to stay right here. Otherwise, reach the right arm out to the side, flip the palm to face up, lift the arm up a bit, break at the wrist, breathe here. Take another deep breath in and a full breath out. Release your hands down, chin back to center, and lift your chin up. Arms out to the sides. Breathe in, reach your arms out and up. And then as you exhale, we're going to take a twist. Bring the left hand to the thigh, right fingertips behind you. You can always place the right hand to the low back. If you're working with diastasis here, if you're working to heal your diastasis, you're only going to twist from the rib cage up, from the shoulder blades up. And if that's not your experience, no diastasis, you can twist a bit deeper if that feels good for you. Look over your right shoulder. Keep your left sit bone rooting down. Wherever you are, again, feeling that gentle connect, rib cage gently drawing in towards one another. Come back to center, breathe and sweep the arms up. And then as you exhale, twist to your left. Look over the shoulder. Being mindful of what feels good for you, especially depending on how far along you are in your postpartum journey. So going really easy at first, really gentle. And come back to center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, release the arms down. We're going to stretch out the wrists a bit. Turn your palms to face up and then leaning forward, not pouring all of your weight into the back of the hands, but just a bit. And then start to shift forward into the hands. You can straighten the arms as much as feels good. Don't pour all your weight into your hands. We do a lot of picking up and holding our baby or babies, and this can be a really nice way to gently stretch the wrists. It can be a counter pose for all of that lifting. I know my 4-month-old twins are getting heavier by the day, so I've really been needing these stretches of the wrists daily. Now, turn your palms to face down. Same idea, fingertips point back, and then pouring as much weight as feels okay, easing into it, and bring your palms towards the floor. Notice what's happening with your head and neck here. Trying to keep the neck long and free. So try not to tense through the neck. Your neck is not meant to stabilize, right? It's meant to be mobile, right? So if we kind of freeze and hold the neck, it's not so great. So just keeping that easy and free. Always find to take a little bit of movement, just a little mini shake of the head can be really helpful. And then make your way back up. One hand to the heart, one hand to the abdomen. Sit up tall, let your eyes close. And soften the shoulders. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. And taking a moment to offer yourself gratitude for taking these few minutes to step onto your mat. Finding some time to re-energize. And the more that we can find these mini moments throughout the day, the more we have to give, the more we have to offer. And we're giving a lot. Being a caretaker takes a lot of energy, a lot of effort. So anytime you can just take a moment to pause, take a moment to take a breath or two. It's so helpful. And bring the hands to meet in front of your chest. Bow your chin down towards your chest. Namaste. If you are interested in some longer practices, visit my website, urbanomnyc.com, and there are a few on-demand practices there that you can choose from when you have a bit more time. Namaste.